20th, 2023. It's around 3 to 4 p.m. I am in Saigon on the terrace, 11th floor, and taking a break from a block of Pomodoro technique, 40-minute, 50-minute working session to brain dump and monologue and vlog into this camera right now. Hope the audio is coming through. So the intention of these vlogs is to just capture reality as it is, unfiltered and raw, and to observe and to examine, to reveal, to open up, to just be present. So there's no agenda, no editing, and there's no judgment. It is kind of like a meditation. It is kind of like it's mostly an observation of, it's kind of like a meditation, period. It's kind of like because meditation is about observing your thoughts and returning to one thing, like your breath, usually. And here I am observing my thoughts and returning to a place of just being. So a place of just being without movement, of being still, without judgment or desire or objectives. So about quarter into the 10-minute. I went to Tokyo last week, left on Wednesday night, and then got back Monday afternoon. I spent 5 days living in a hacker house with super talented developers from like 10 different countries. This is the best trip ever. Best time of my life, I swear. I went to Pragma Youth Global Conference, then I went to Youth Tokyo Hackathon. That was Thursday. Hackathon started Friday, went on till Sunday, ended up becoming a finalist, going up on the podium and like with the team and pitching there. And that was unexpected, and it was amazing. And so many good things. And then I went to Tokyo Tower to visit with two friends from South Korea. There's so many highlights. I'm just naming random ones. I met these two digital nomads from China. Met so many brilliant people, like this brilliant Indian developer, Japanese developer. Met a South Korean developer that's a girl that's super talented that I was in touch with, in contact online before. And what else? Met some super talented developers from Turkey. Did my taxes, so I was pretty productive. I explored. I went like on the subway. Using the subway in Tokyo is like, it's not hard, but it's really an adventure. It's really cool. Like just walking around, taking videos and photos, like of the city, people there. On Friday night, went to a pickup soccer game that I kind of have been going to at the crypto conferences. And that was like fun. Scored one goal. That was like cool. Yeah, I did something. What else? The conference on the first day was like really cool. I think it's just like great, like meeting all the people that like I met at all the other conferences, and just like talking, catching up with them, like learning about new new protocols, learning about what people are interested in, working on what people are working on. And then I worked with I joined a team of three other developers from HomeDAO that I met in Vietnam, and this one developer from New York City. And so we just spent like all this time working on a project and working with a team, like, and building something from scratch, and going through that whole process of brainstorming, narrowing down our objectives, and then like executing on them, and like working through problems, debugging up until like the whole night, up until the last minute of the submission, like 9 a.m. You know, just like up all night, like working together, sitting together in we were like sitting camped out in the hallway, because it was the only place that had good Wi-Fi, as typical hackathon problems. That was so fun. And then we put together a pitch deck presentation, and it was super awesome. So like got back Monday, and now Monday got back to work. Tuesday, normal day. Wednesday, normal day. Today's Thursday now, and I've been just like doing the Pomodoro technique, 1 hour, 50 minutes, 10-minute break, going to the gym, like working out, like trying to stand, you know, just like have all this pretty much work to do essentially, and like just looking at it like I need to really cultivate this practice of being able to output really good work and in high volume and high density, and like so pretty much like looking at like how do I work with so pretty much focusing on like building up my skill set of putting out good work and hustling. And so this requires data gathering of like how much time, what I do with my time, how I spend it, how much time I spent at work. So it's very important to detail it, and then like to record it, and then look back on it, and to be able to measure my progress in terms of how much time I spend on something, and what is the output, and then I can improve this, and like also like keep track of my diet, of my spending, and of my exercise. So I believe that to improve in these areas, you have to measure things, and then you have to set objectives, and narrow down your field of scope. It's very much like a sport. Like you have to really like push yourself, like really try. Like so that means like really pay attention to doing your best work, like, and finding out what makes you work, do your best. And so I think having this kind of, actually I'm thinking of like my friend that did this talk about how to learn well. So I probably want to message him and be like, hey, I'm thinking of that talk you gave, it's pretty good. So the idea is that you need like a connection with the work, and like have like a drive and motivation. So right now it's Thursday, April 20th, so maybe there's 2 weeks left of my time here then going to Bali. Also, so pretty much like planning for Bali flight, and then we'll go to Lisbon also in the middle of May, and just had like also, so pretty much the work days are just focused on work and productivity, hustling, and improvement of the process. And so also another important point is to and not be isolated and not be working in the dark, but like be working in public. I think working in public with a team, updating each other, like stand-ups, is super important to make yourself accountable and to be able to track where you are and compare yourself to, not compare yourself, but like be able to gauge, have a nice gauge of where you are, where you fall, where you can improve, where you can, somebody can give you some advice and feedback, and so pretty much having those connections and not being isolated, not being siloed. So those are my thoughts on productivity, and that's just my mental space right now. And taking off, going back, it's about 10 minutes.